Happy New Week. It's Monday, July 24th. Looks like I got my work cut out for me this week. So once again, every inch of my body is in pain. But I took some ibuprofen and hoping it gets better. But I just have to keep going. The first thing I want to do is stake up and prune the tomato plants in the back. I did the ones in the front early this morning. Hopefully you saw that video, and I'll show you what they look like today. After that, I'm not sure if I want to finish transplanting the plants I still have left. I know I want to plant some lettuce. And then I need to clean up messes, put away my high bed stuff. It's not supposed to rain, so that should be good having it outside. So let's go look at those tomatoes out front, and then I'll show you the tomatoes back here. You can hear my birdie still chirping at me for about 4 days now. I know it's got babies up there. Holy moly. I just came back here to find where the bird is, and there's about, oh, look at them hiding in the beans. They're really hiding good too. About 6 little turkeys. Maybe this year's hatchings. Listen to that bird. I'm too close. Let me see if I can find her. This used to be my raspberry patch, and it took me a lot of years to get it built up. And I was finally getting some good raspberries, but I hired somebody to mow a couple years, and both years they mowed right over them. And here's my remnants of my wood pile once gone. One of them. I used to have them all stacked up nicely back here. Maybe I can find a photo and show it. So disappointing I can't accomplish what I want. I have little paths back here in my lilacs that are getting a little overgrown too. I just can't find that bird. I hear those turkeys talking. Let's see if I can sneak up on them. Nope, no turkeys. They're still hiding in the bean field. Here's the daytime view of my pruned and staked up tomatoes out front during the daylight. Now I just have to continue staking them. They will get pretty high too over the weeks. So here I am back here ready to start staking and pruning. I don't like that it's all shady back here during the day, but there's just no good place that gets full sun. It's pretty warm today. I'd say it's upper 80s and there's no breeze, so for that reason I'm pretty glad it is shady back here right now. So it'll be a little more comfortable for me to do what I need to do back here. I picked some cucumbers this morning, and I need to pick this zucchini today. So I'll start where I left off last night. And there's the repair, but these are kind of wilty. And then I'll show you this old repair. That I need to kind of move these up today. First thing I'm going to do is prune the suckers and tie up these to the poles. And I may show a little of that. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to use my fingernails and nip them in the bud, so they say, and anything growing out of the bottom. As these get taller, then I'll cut off these bottom branches. But see, they're between every main stem and the branches. And I try to get them when they're young, because if I wait too long, they get so big, and then I have to use a scissor, and they leave a temporary open wound on the tomato plant that has the potential of causing disease. Okay, I'll be back again. So this is the plant that I repaired. Look at where I repaired it. There's roots growing out of it after I uncovered it. And it seems to be pretty healed there, but you can see can you see where there's damage there? Where I've got the clip. So that's interesting. But where I put this one last night, I'm not so sure how that'll do. And the tomatoes growing on here, I pulled a couple of them off because they had blossom end rot, which is black on the ends. So I'll have to get some calcium in there, in the dirt. I'll probably use powdered milk. So I'm just going to tie this up again, or brace it up again. I thought it'd be interesting to show you that progress during the daylight. This is how I use these clips. I wrap the t-shirt strip through the end of it there, and then I'll take it and I'll tie it onto the pole like I did here. And then I clip it around the tomato. There. All done. Well, I'm just slower than molasses in January today. I just am fighting wanting to go in and just lay down. I decided to cut this one off. I'm going to dig it out and replant a different one in there because it was all blighty. I'll show you. Seeing as I have so many extras, I may as well get rid of it before it spreads. Well, one pool done. How many more to go? That took me forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 tubs. I'd really like to get this done today. And cucumbers. It's really warm out here right now, though. I can tell I'm going to have to rest quite a while between each pool. I want to show you how I have to, if one of the bags is leaning one way or the other, I have to turn it so it's leaning inward. Otherwise, when it gets taller, it's just going to fall right over out of the pool. And it probably still will anyhow. I use a different way to stake them up as they get taller. I also try to turn them so that their leaves aren't all touching. It's a little bit later now. I've done all the pools, and it's still daylight. Next I'm going to do the plastic tubs, but I have a few interesting things I want to talk about. For one thing, I need to research about these Roma tomatoes because they're really growing out new main stems from the suckers, and they're doing it quickly, so I left some of them in. I have to see, maybe you don't want to prune the suckers on these. And I wonder why these are so much shorter. Pretty sure I started them all at the same time. Another thing is these, they're called Better Boy, I think. And they're really spreading out already too from the suckers and from the bottom. Look at all these growing in the bottom. There's already 2 main stems coming off from here. And they're bushy. And then there's more main stems. So I think what I'm going to do is leave one without pruning it, one tub without pruning it, and then prune the other one and see what happens. Now this one has 3 and that one has 2 plants. But that's what it's about for me, is experimenting. So I've been out here too long. Time for a break. I hope it doesn't get dark. I hope I can still do these 2 tubs before dark, but we'll see. I'll be back. It's the next day, Tuesday the 26th of July. And this is what I got done last night. All these tomatoes, I got them put up, but not the cucumbers, so I'd like to get the cucumbers put up today. I ended up taking all the cucumbers that were there and putting them there, and then taking all the ones that were over here and moving them over here because of the kind they are in the space, and because these are the big cucumbers and I don't need as many, and the pickling ones are over here, and I want to plant more, and there's room for more in the pool, like a second crop of them, because they die easily. So anyhow, I'm not moving too quickly today. It's about 90 degrees out here and high humidity. And I just found out that it's supposed to storm tonight because it's overcast. So I need to do something with... Just a second. So I'll need to do something with the hybrid stuff before thunderstorms. Get out the ibuprofen.